push up. There you go. What is up, adventure agents? Agent Tex here. Whew. Welcome back to the bushcrafting series where we are making a zombie-proof log cabin. We are preparing out here in the deep woods for the zombie apocalypse. Now, that might sound a bit crazy to you, but you know what? We're just having fun and enjoying ourselves and learning some really important ancestral skills along the way. Agent Axe is trying to fell this tree.
Look at it.
Machete.
Look at how much I already did.
Wow, you did about half as much as we did with this giant saw here. So in our last episode, our neighbor Al, who we think very well could be DP Cooper, very resourceful, awesome dude, lent us this two-man saw here. Boy, this thing looks like it can do some damage. Problem is, I think that Agent Axe is a bit small for this, and so I think I may have to get Agent Trinity in here to help me with this. The saw seems to work great. It's really sharp, and I don't know. I think it works great, but we just need the right two people, I think. So me and Agent Trinity, I think we could do well with this. We needed this saw because we are building a log cabin. We're gonna need a lot of logs. We cut down a number of trees over there. Some of you may remember in past episodes, we used an axe and we used another saw. And man, we just, we really need something that's gonna be bigger, because not only are we going to have to cut the trees down, we're also gonna have to cut these things in 12-foot segments. A lot of 12-foot segments, so like 30 of them or something like that, in order to make the logs for the log cabin. So this is gonna be rough. So we got a lot of work to do, agents. We're gonna have to cut this tree down. Don't think it's gonna work with this saw, but I did get recently a one-man saw, and this saw is pretty cool. It's called the Katanaboy.
Really? You got a new one-man saw?
I got a one-man saw that's called the Katanaboy. Yeah, it's by a company called Silky, and it resembles a traditional katana. It resembles a traditional
Daddy, that's
katana.
what I was saying earlier. We should get like
He did. He was saying we should get a sharp katana.
A bunch of water bottles.
So I'm gonna go grab that katana saw, the Katanaboy. Katanaboy, cool name for a saw. Let's go get it. All right. What did you get?
Got a frog.
Agent Axe got a frog. Aw, that is so neat. That
it's not one of the.
Oh! It's hopping around.
It's not a tree frog.
It's not a tree frog, no.
It tried to jump in the water.
It's
I'm gonna go let it go.
Yeah, that's one of the frogs that lives near the water. Yep. You're gonna go back to let it go?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Katanaboy. This is not an advertisement, by the way. So, this is cool. Stand back, good sir. So, it is a really awesome looking piece of equipment. You have to unscrew that, push that down.
Is it really sharp?
And you open it up like that, and then it locks into place. So I saw this in an episode of TA Outdoors. Yeah,
TA Outdoors.
Totally Awesome Outdoors, and boy, this thing looks fantastic as a one-man saw. So I imagine that me and Agent Trinity could do a lot of damage to this tree with that other saw, but I want to give this a shot on this tree now.
Can I try
to try it out. Yeah. So, you see how bendy that is? See that? Super, super bendy. And so, Agent Axe, I'm talking to you. So, you said you wanted to use the saw, so you need to listen, okay? All right, so this is really bendy, and so this is not a saw that you put weight on going forward. So the cut isn't going forward, the cut is when you're coming back. And that is razor sharp, okay? Be very careful, I don't want you to ever use this saw without me.
Oh my.
So the cut is on the back stroke.
Look how deep it just goes by.
Yeah, no, that's because it's super sharp. But that thing is super sharp too, the big saw. So I'm thinking me and Agent Trinity can make short work of this tree with that. I'm excited. She'll be back a little bit later. Today is actually me and Agent Trinity's 17-year anniversary. So I'm excited about that. I'm hoping to do something special for her. Something simple and special. I don't know, I haven't really figured out what it is yet, but we'll see. And I hope to have her on the show a little bit later. Well, that worked.
No! I wanted leaves.
Thank you. Only that much. Save some for tea later. All right, Axel. I need you to carry these back to camp. All right, take that back to camp. I'm gonna get a bunch more. So, I just felt the sting right here.
What?
And then I went like that, and then smushed and got whatever it was. It was a spider. So a spider just bit me there. I squished it beyond recognition, so I don't know what kind of spider it was. Hopefully it's not a big deal.
Was it a brown color?
What?
Was it brown?
It was brown, but a lot of spiders are brown, so I don't know that it was a brown recluse.
Wait, where was it?
We do have brown recluse around
where,
here.
Did it bite you right there?
Yeah, right there. See it?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, so before we start cooking, do you know how long humans have been writing?
A couple thousand years.
Couple thousand years, something like that, yeah. And we were drawing, you know, several thousand years ago, and you know, cave paintings and stuff show that. And so, what is writing or drawing effectively?
Using something to paint or like draw.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a piece of charcoal.
Piece of charcoal,
Right.
yeah, something like that. But what is it? What is it that they were doing
Like
back then?
if you have some mud and you like squish it in there, you can
Draw with some mud, yeah.
technically draw. Like, see, I made a P.
Yep, with the mud, yeah. So what is it do you think that our ancestors were doing whenever they were drawing and painting in caves? What is it you think that they were doing?
Having fun and like, what's it called?
Do you think that...
I forgot what it's called. Let me try to remember. Worshipping, maybe. Like worshipping.
yeah, I mean,
like
drawing
Bear
could be...
Grylls in one of his episodes, he found like a painting of a caribou. A caribou. What are they called? Caribou.
Caribou, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, And it was just
and they worshipped them, and they would draw them maybe, and then worship them after they drew them. Yeah.
Not a caribou, a big fish, like a big a shark.
Shark, yeah. So, so our ancestors, do you think maybe they were being creative or possibly documenting so they could remember, or other people could see and remember them and their experiences?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Like somebody else might have come along, and I know we learned that about the indigenous tribes here in the Pacific Northwest. They would have totem poles, and the totem poles would kind of have your, it's like your tribe's story on there, right? And the Celts would do that too. They would have, I forgot what they were called, but in stone, they would sort of write the news on it, essentially and effectively. And so you could learn a lot about the people who were there, passing through, and what was going on at the time, what had happened recently. And so it's sort of a documentation, right? And so, but writing back then was kind of rare, you know? It's rare for us to find things. People didn't write as much as they do today. Now, today, every single child in the developed world, for the most part, learns, is made to learn to write, okay? And so writing has changed over time. It started as like, you know, cave paintings, and real writing, I think, mainly had to do with economics and stuff. So Axel, now we have this form of documentation that is called video recording, right? Mm-hmm. Now, it's interesting because the first forms of art and writing were drawings, right? I think the oldest forms of writing or drawing are cave paintings. They're drawings of pictures, right? And it's interesting, too, because, see, in the caves where they were drawing, caves are pretty dark, right? Mm-hmm. So how do you think they could draw in a cave?
Torches.
Fire. The development of fire, the harnessing of fire by our ancestors, I think made it, partly inspired them in their drawing, in their creative images, right? Projection of images, shadows on the cave walls.
I wrote Pat in mud.
He wrote Pat in mud, right? Yeah. And so now we have what I think is one of the greatest leaps in humanity evolutionarily, is the ability to harness light, to capture video. Video, what this camera is doing right now is capturing light, right? As it bounces off of me and into the camera. And that light is capturing as a form of documentation, and the sound, the audio too. And so Axel here, and so all this stuff we're doing, we're recording what we're doing here, building this cabin, talking about things, sharing around the world, sharing what we're doing here. This is a form of documentation. And I believe that in the near future, it's going to be just as important. Kids are going to be learning how to document, just like our kids more and more over the years in the developed world had to learn how to write. These kids are going to have to learn how to capture and document using video and audio.
Look, see?
Harnessing the new tools.
Pat and Axe.
He wrote Pat and Axe. Pat and Axe talked for a while. So, I am teaching Axel early.
Axe.
In 10 years, it is my projection that children are going to be taught to learn how to document using video. It's going to be just as important in schools as learning how to write up a resume, right? How to write that. Remember how you learned that in school? Or as kids learning just how to write. Learning how to share, document things using video and audio is going to be just as important, I think. And Axel, right now, our kids are getting a jump start on the rest of humanity in this. And so I am teaching him now how to document what he's doing with this light capturing device. Just like our ancestors would teach by example their children how to capture their experiences using drawing, which has to do with light as well.
And fire, like fire.
Fire makes...
The first drawing was probably like
charcoal.
They made fire
from
like
the fire
they made
sticks.
fire, and then they see this piece of black stuff, and they're like,
Yeah, and they like scratch it on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. Nice. This is all very, very interesting. These are the kinds of things I am so interested in. You know, some of you might think, hey, Agent Tex, you know, you got this badge, and boy, that's silly. You're pretending that you're a secret agent or something like that. It might seem like that to some of you, but that's absolutely not the case. I'm going to talk more about that one day here soon, but I am Agent Tex, and life is an adventure. Life is a mystery, and it is a mystery to be solved. And I'm excited to be and grateful to be an agent in solving the mystery and that adventure. And I really do believe that you create your own reality using the tools you're given by that who existed you, or them who existed me, who caused me to exist. And we'll talk more about that later. But anyway, so I am right now helping Agent Axe to capture and document the things that he wants to capture and document. Just like in school, kids are learning to write.
Cat and Axe
And this
had
is very
a
important.
talk. A talk.
Lasted so long. Axe was bored. This is a boring talk, said Axe in his mind. Drooling. I have a numb lip because I had surgery and they took some skin and put it in my eye. That's
Really?
a story for another day, but
Wait, really?
I drool because my lips like blah, blah, blah.
Really?
Yeah. So, anyways,
Drool?
I drool. Yep.
Drool.
Agent
rule.
X drools. All right.
Rule.
Let's get that
Wait,
challenge going.
Listen.
And I'm hungry.
Wait, listen.
What?
Agent Tex drools. And drool always rules.
That's... He's super corny. I love him though. All right, so let's get to work, and I am hungry. I'm very, very hungry. Another thing that is very important is story. And story is important because the reality that we live in, I do not believe is entirely real in the way that you think it is. And you see stuff like this in movies like The Matrix or other stories. And story is very important. Story is important because we, as conscious human beings, as conscious beings, we know that there's something else going on. There's something that's going on that is beyond our perception in this time-space reality. There's something more. And that concept, just the fact that that concept, that there is or might be something more, is a clue to me that there definitely is.
Burn your hand right there because that's where you have to like chop with a machete, and where I cut my hand.
You burnt your hand?
I burnt my cut hand. I burnt where I cut my hand.
You're just destroying yourself. Hey, your fire went out there.
Oh.
So Agent Axe burnt his hand while he was making a fire. So he's rinsing his hands off in the water that we're supposed to be using for tea. Tea sounds really good right now. A little bit of tea before we have our dinner. The story about this day is 17 years ago today, Sarah and I, we were just starting to get together and we were kind of like kissing on the couch, and Sarah told me, I don't want a fling. I don't want just like a fling. Long story short, I did not want that either, and I immediately left her, but I didn't say a word. I left her for a while. She's like, what's going on? And I came back to her, and I had gone outside to find a ring. And I got a piece of vinca, just a piece of vine, and I brought it back to her, and I asked her to marry me. I proposed later with an actual ring, but this is a date where we're like, we both completely, in our minds, we committed to each other 100% completely from that night forward. And so that's why this is our anniversary. It's our most important anniversary, not our wedding anniversary. This is our most important anniversary. Because right then and there, before our cause of existence, before each other, we committed to each other. And so, for our anniversary today, I'm gonna make her a ring using this western red cedar bark. I'm just gonna weave together a piece of cordage, essentially, and I'm gonna use that to make a ring. Sounds like Agent Axe needs some help with cooking. Let's go see how he's doing. So Agent Axe is making a really delicious meal today. Yeah, that bacon is almost done. Are you only cooking that much?
I'm gonna cook more, but
okay.
I was saying...
You probably want to cook it all at once. So the meal today is bacon and eggs on gluten-free toast with butter. Ooh, I love having breakfast for dinner. So I don't know exactly how I'm gonna make this into a ring because it's so big. Maybe it would be better as a bracelet. You there? There we go. Cooking can be hard. Hey, but the grease from the bacon will seal our spatula nicely. I'm gonna try some of this bacon. Oh, so good.
Scrambled eggs, full of dirt and oil. So Chef Axel.
Okay, cook the toast. Agent Trinity's coming. There is Agent Trinity. I'm gonna show her something.
Oh, that is so awesome. That's so sweet, actually.
That's like 2 pieces.
Thank you. Happy anniversary.
So you got nature's butter knife there?
This is yours.
That's mine.
Is that too much better?
That's great. That's perfect.
Wait, and the eggs
Okay.
are right there.
This toast does not look as nice as the toast the last time. It's a little bit on the dirty looking side. This is good stuff right here.
With black burnt bacon.
Got all our essential needs. We've got char and dirt and eggs. We got protein. All we're missing is a little bit of worms.
Worms? Wait, I'll get a spider for us. Okay.
I'm gonna make this look pretty. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Is it good?
You try it.
Oh, can you pass the salt over there?
Oh, yeah. It's already salty enough. It's way salty enough. The bacon.
I beg to differ. Oh yeah, the bacon. I like a little extra salt on my avocado. Avocado. All right, moment of truth. Chef Axe, let us see. This is like the taste test for the... The flavor of the grease and the soot, the dirt, all mixed with the eggs and the bacon. Golden. Golden. I feel like, what's that guy? Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Guy something. This is great. You should definitely come to Agent Axe's kitchen. Anytime, he'll serve you up a grand old dirty meal. But for real, Agent Axe, this is delicious. Good work. Good work. Was that a mole that I just heard? A beaver growling?
This one is perfectly cooked. There's a tiny bit of char on the very bottom. Something's wrong with Faven, definitely.
Ow! Yeah. Oh boy. Just cut myself really bad. Well, that was dumb. Agent Tex.
Like, because I just gave her a piece of bacon, she wouldn't eat bacon.
Yeah, that's a problem. When a dog won't eat bacon, you know something's wrong. When anyone won't eat bacon, there's something wrong. So we're going to have to tend to Agent Tracker here. And we're going to have to tend to me. Youch.
Hold out your cut hand, this will help. So, you dip a little bit of moss in a little bit of warm tea.
Ooh.
You sorta.
Ow!
But it does, oh, look at how much blood.
Mm-hmm.
It does help it a little bit.
Yeah. Is the tea good?
Mm-hmm. Taste it.
Drink. Oh, that is good. So we've got quite a bit of work done here. I wanted to cover this roof pretty heavily with sticks here. And it's going to be, you know, just about solid. And then we're going to get a thick carpet of moss and lay that down
Eventually,
over the sticks.
But with like right there, we'll have to patch it more. A little bit more before we put moss over that right there.
Where?
Like right there.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's still some holes.
Yeah, I was thinking we should cover it a bunch to where we can like walk on the roof.
You know what?
To where we can like.
Yeah, that's a good idea, but we shouldn't be walking on the roof. It's just not. It's just not a good idea. It's a good idea to cover it that thick, so you could walk in it. But any amount of treading we're gonna do on this roof is just gonna hurt it. So
watch.
This is
can
great.
I do it one time, just right there in that little area, just like right there?
No, I don't want you to. I think we shouldn't walk on it. And then after we put the moss, we can put all sorts of vegetation on this roof: leaves, ferns, anything and everything to block water, to soak up water when it's raining. We're gonna put on here, and
no, listen. I know.
We'll see how it works
I
out.
know one thing. we should put a bunch of moss all over the roof. But after that, we should put dirt all over the roof, and we should plant fern plants all over the roof.
We don't want to cover this moss too much.
Oh yeah, because we
want the moss to grow. So I don't know. I mean, maybe we should put other vegetation down first, and then the moss on top of that.
Eat that.
I'm not sure. Ooh, man. Anyways, I don't know what we're gonna do exactly here, but we are doing a great job, I think. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. There you go, Agent Tex. You're doing a great job. So I'm gonna get out of here and head to Agent Trinity and see if we can do a little bit of a, I don't know, hanging out for our anniversary. On our next episode, everyone, we are going to finish this roof. That's what I want to do on the next episode. Also, we're gonna have Agent Trinity help us cut down a tree with that big saw. We're gonna see if it works. It didn't seem to work too well with me and Agent Axe, but I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that Agent Axe is just a little bit too young to be using that saw. We also need to get going because Agent Tracker, she seems to be sick.
She's doing a bit better. I just fed her some warm tea.
You did.
With a bit of bacon juice in it.
Agent Tracker. Gotta take care of your dog, agents. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But she's getting spoiled. You know why?
Why?
So, that tea, she wouldn't drink out of the tea thing.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, mm-mm. But then with the spout, I made it like a little deal like we had for the guinea pig with the spout, and it kept pouring in it, kept filling up, and she was like,
drink it? Oh. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're taking care of her, Agent Axe.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, something happened to her.
What?
Yeah, she was licking it. Oh, I think a spider bit her.
Spider? That just looks like a discoloration. Yeah, she was a little sick. Yeah.
No, she was licking it right there, and yeah, it's sort of red right there.
Yeah, agents, that's what it's all about. Life's an adventure, and love is the key. Like I was saying earlier, I am Agent Tex in this adventure that we call life, and Agent Tex knows that love is the key. And I know that by experience. I know that because I was given love, and love saved me. And I am called to give that love back to the world in the best way that I can, and that's my prayer. That I can give the love back that I've been given to the people around me. Use my imagination to love everyone around me. That's our message, and that's what we try to do. We're not perfect. Is Agent Tex perfect?
No.
No. Do I show the perfect love and kindness all the time?
No.
No, I don't. But do you know that I love you?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
And I know that Agent Axe loves me, and we have rough times. We do. There's sometimes where I'm like, Agent Axe, you're so bad and terrible and mean.
Where's the cookies? Where's the cookies?
And they're in my pocket. They're right here. Ooh. Oh no.
I'm not gonna be having cookie.
Well, just make it into one big cookie and put it in there.
Feel that.
Listen.
Feel it.
Oh,
But feel it.
Yeah, no, it's cookie dough anyways. It's dough. Put butter in that pan, get the fire going again, and put a cookie. Make it into one cookie and put it in the pan. Once the butter gets kind of hot, okay? Wait till the butter gets hot. Yeah.
Wait till the butter gets hot, hot, hot. Wait till the butter gets hot.
All right, everyone. Well, we love you. We think you are awesome. We're so glad that you joined us on today's awesome adventure. Life's an adventure. Love is the key. We love you. Agent Tex out.